Can I start off by saying yesterday's celebrities and athletes are not today's celebrity and athletes? I'm going to say that one more time. Yesterday, celebrity athletes are not the same celebrity athletes today. And I'm talking about the celebrities and athletes from the 60s, 70s, 80s, even some within the 90s that actually took a stand for their community. They stood up for their community. And when they stood up for their community, they meant it. They did not go back on their word because they knew that change needed to happen, change needed to come. And for that to even happen, they had to stand strong within their stance, for advocating for, the civil rights and etc. So I say again, yesterday's celebrities and athletes are not like today's celebrities and athletes. Yesterday's celebrities and athletes, excuse me, that were part of the community and took a stand, they weren't able to actually be bought off. I don't know if it could be because they were able to visually see that work still needed to be done. They were able to see visually what was happening as far as when it came to the racial profiling, the racial injustices, the different things that were coming against the community as far as in, the murders, the hangings, the burning of the crosses, and etc. So I guess they were able to see these things and said, you know what? The fight must go on. The fight must continue. However, I think the celebrities and athletes of today's world, in today's time, because they don't see it like we seen it or like they were able to see it back in the day, they feel as though that it's not there, or they feel as though that they can take a stand, but their stance don't have to be authentic because they would never be called up to have to go through with what they said they were going to do. Snoop, by far, this is one of the most disappointing things that I have seen you do throughout your career. I always been a Snoop fan. I don't care what anybody, always been a Snoop fan from day one since I heard his music. Yeah, in the past, in the beginning, Young did a lot of crazy stuff. You cleaned a lot of it up. You cleaned a lot of it up. Excuse me, y'all, I've been sick. You cleaned a lot of it up. And you've done some good things for the community. But all of a sudden, you decide that you want to go and perform for someone who is known as a white supremacist, who has KKKs come to his rallies, who doesn't mean well for the black community, black, brown community, immigrants. And he's done more harm for the black and brown community than he has in helping the black and brown community. But yet you go up there. I don't care if Donald Trump was not on stage, but the event that you were at was affiliated with Donald Trump, the crypto ball. When rumors came out, I was like, until I hear him deny, I'm not going to believe these rumors, because by that time you hadn't performed. So I went to sleep. Excuse me, took some medicine, went to sleep, woke up, seen my timeline, and seen you up there spinning. You up there performing, doing your thing at this crypto ball that's affiliated with the inauguration of Donald Trump that's about to come in to be the 47th president. I want the folks that are viewing this video to understand my issue is not with Republicans. This, to me, is not a Democratic or Republican thing. This is not. This has to do with an individual who is about to become the president that is a white nationalist. a white supremacist. And for Snoop to do this, yeah, I'm baffled. But I recall a couple of years ago, you said F Donald Trump and anybody that associate themselves with him, because they're going to be automatically put in a box that, you know, pretty much they're racist. You were strong about it. You threw Kanye in there and that. Matter of fact, hold on. Here's a clip.
A lot of your fans is racist. Ain't no fucking way around. Don't even try to put no cut.
I don't even want to put anything around it.
I do. I don't give a fuck. I tell him straight up, motherfucker. If you like that nigga, you motherfucking racist. Fuck you and fuck him.
Make America great again. Make America great again. Great again. Great again.
Now what?
All right.
Draw the line, nigga. He drew the lines.
Exactly.
He drew the motherfucking lines. Before him, there were no lines. Everybody was everybody. We respected everything. We didn't trip. But nigga, when you drew the line, nigga, start pointing motherfuckers out and saying, nigga, fuck y'all then, nigga.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You and them.
If you're just tuning in, we're
Kanye
talking about Donald
too,
Trump.
nigga. Don't forget about him too. Fuck you too.
Well, this is what I was going to say about that. I was going to bring up Kanye.
And you throw him in the bag too, because he right with them up.
So there in the clip, as you see, you went off. You seem so passionate because you knew that this individual that you were upset with or had words for meant no good for our community, but yet you go and perform for him and his people, his cronies. I don't understand. I'm not understanding. Excuse me. That's why I say yesterday's celebrities and athletes are not today's celebrities and athletes. Let that resonate some more. But then also too, it comes to my mind and how you went off on Gayle King. Do you recall going off on Gayle King? Y'all remember when he went off on Gayle King? You went off on Gayle King because she spoke about Kobe Bryant. She spoke about Kobe Bryant and she said something that you felt as though that she shouldn't have said. And you went off on her and told her how the interviews that she does when it comes to black men, you're always either degrading them. Snoop stated that Gayle King is either degrading them or not backing them. And she does more harm than she does good for the community when she interviews a black brother. You called her all sorts of stuff and called her out her name. Called and stated how she should be for the community. But sir, you performing for Donald Trump at his crypto ball. How is that for your community? How is that for? Take a look at this clip.
Gayle King, out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that? I swear to God, we the worst. We the fucking worst. We expect more from you, Gayle. Don't you hang out with Oprah? Why y'all attacking us? We your people.
So here's the thing. Everything that you just stated for her, I'm going to need you to take your own advice, sir. Like what is going on? And like I said, yesterday's celebrities and athletes are not today's celebrities and athletes. So yesterday's price, our payoff price, hear me out. Yesterday's paid off price, meaning from the 70s, 60s, or whatever, whoop, more than likely wasn't enough. Wasn't enough to get them, our black celebs and athletes, the ones who stood up, the one who took a stance and didn't waver. They didn't take the money. But today's paid off price to get someone to go against their morals must be higher, because when I tell you Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross, I'm ashamed of y'all. I'm definitely ashamed of y'all. But will y'all do the same thing that y'all did to Chrisette Michele to these brothers? The way that y'all treated Chrisette Michele for singing at Donald Trump inauguration, will y'all give the same treatment to these black men? Still to this day, y'all are not allowing her in the space. She has lost a lot, drug her through the mud for years. Black woman. But I see when it comes to the black men and, you know, that associate themselves with Donald Trump, they get a tongue lash and then all else is forgiven. But yet Chrisette Michele is still sitting on that island by herself. Yeah, she still got fans like me. I'm still gung-ho for her. She said her apology and everything else. So are we going to give the same treatment that we gave Chrisette Michele to Snoop, Nelly, and Rick Ross? Let me know. Let me know how you feel. And once again, I say again, this doesn't have anything to do with Snoop performing for a Republican. By all means, be the best Republican you can be. I don't care if you are black, but this is something different. Even the Republicans had jumped from that party to vote for Kamala Harris because of how they see what Donald Trump is doing, the destruction, the division, the racism, the inequality, all of that. Man, this is disappointing. Tell me what you think. All right. Scoop.